Tom Herman, the Ohio State University.
Competitive excellence, empower the unit. Make your unit proud.
Losing your starting quarterback weeks before the season opener can be traumatic for most teams. Losing two-time MVP quarterback and Heisman Trophy candidate Braxton Miller just 12 days before their opening game could have been devastating for Ohio State. What took place over the next 3 months has some calling Ohio State offensive coordinator Tom Herman the quarterback whisperer. Under Herman's direction, untested redshirt freshman quarterback J.T. Barrett put up Braxton Miller-type numbers. Barrett threw for almost 2,700 yards and 33 touchdowns and ran for 849 yards and 8 touchdowns. Barrett was on track to smash several Big Ten season records when his season ended with an injury during the Buckeyes' regular season finale. Enter Cardell Jones. The Buckeyes' third-team quarterback threw for 257 yards and 3 scores in Ohio State's 57-0 rout of Wisconsin. Herman's Buckeye offense is ranked 4th in scoring, 45 points a game, 8th in total offense, 507 yards a game, and 10th in rushing offense, 260 yards a game. Today, the Broyles Award Committee honors the quarterback whisperer, Broyles Award finalist Tom Herman of Ohio State.
I'm with Scott. I need to get that and show that to my wife. Maybe she'll think a little bit more of me. But you know, I am. It's a surreal experience. As you know, my last 48, 72 hours have been pretty hectic, and so my wife was driving me to the airport. And you know, I'm a guy that played, like David said, at the big powerhouse, Cal Lutheran University. I'm a Division III guy that spent most of his coaching career in the 1AA ranks and kind of tried to work my way up as best I could. And so my wife is driving me to the airport on Sunday. And, you know, I was born in Cincinnati, Ohio. My whole family's there. But I didn't get to grow up in the state of Ohio. I grew up in Southern California. And it took me 30 years to get back to Ohio State, a dream job, some might say. I might say, I know I would say. And so we're driving to the airport. I look at my wife, and you know, us coaches don't take enough time to reflect. And I took a deep breath. We're going to the airport. I got to go recruit. I got to go to the Broyles deal, come back, go recruit some more. And just a whirlwind. We had just won the Big Ten championship with our third-string quarterback. And I looked at her and I said, Michelle, in your wildest dreams, did you ever think that I would be coaching at Ohio State and be a finalist for the Broyles Award? And she looked at me and she said, Tom, you're not in my wildest dreams. So, which I'm probably not, to be honest with you. But I will tell you this, I do want to thank the Broyles Award, all the committees. Jeff, you've done a great job. Thank Delta Dental and the Rotary Club of Arkansas. They told me that I needed to tell you a little bit about me, and the first thing is that I'm honored to be a part of this group of finalists. These are guys, aside from Steck, since he's a defensive guy, the other guys, and in all seriousness, Steck, this applies to you too, buddy. These are guys I look up to. These are guys that in the off season I try to study. These are guys that you go to work every day and you try to live up to some of the things that they've done. And so I'm honored and thank you guys for welcoming me into that fraternity. They wanted me to say a little bit about myself and tell you a little bit about myself. I am the only child of a single mom. I didn't really have a dad in my life. He was kind of in and out of my life. And so to tell you how impactful coaching is in my life, I know, Pat, you spoke of your dad last year and his influence. Well, I'm going to tell you about my mom and her influence. The fact that here's a woman that didn't graduate college till she was 45 years old. In fact, she graduated from Cal Lutheran the same day I did. We got to walk across the stage together. And yet I never wanted for anything in my life. She is my hero, my role model. And I'm sure that a psychologist would probably tell you that the reason I'm coaching today is because of the coaches that I had in my life. They were the male role models. They were the guys that I could go to, and they were all great examples of great men, husbands, leaders, community members, and I just wanted to be so much like all the coaches that I had growing up and throughout high school. And I would be remiss if I did not thank my wife, Michelle. Even though she told me I wasn't in her wildest dreams, I'm still going to thank her. She is the rock of our household. She couldn't be here today. We've got an 11-year-old daughter, a 7-year-old son, and we have a 1-year-old son as well. And if it didn't look so much like me, I might begin to wonder, since we're not home very often. But thank God he does look like me. But and if my surgeon is as good as he says he is, I won't be having any more. I promise you that. But so she's back at home. She travels to all our road games, so she needed to be home with our family. So when we got into this business, she was my sugar mama, I like to say. She stayed back in Southern California while I chased my dream. My first job was at Texas Lutheran, a Division III school, making $5,000 a year. But I got a meal card, which was nice. And then I was a graduate assistant, and then I thought I really hit the big time. I got a 1AA full-time position job. I coached the wide receivers at Sam Houston State for $10,000 a year. So she was my sugar mama. She was my rock. I did not make, I think it was $40,000 until I had turned 30. And so she would send money, even when we weren't married. She sent money from California to help me pay rent. We got married. She stayed in LA because that's where her job was, and I was in Huntsville, Texas. She had her MBA, her undergraduate degree in accounting, an MBA in finance, living in Manhattan Beach, California. And we get married, and I decide to move her to Huntsville, Texas. And to make ends meet, she had to get a job, and she got a job as a bank teller with an MBA in finance. And she did all that to support this career, and I wouldn't be here today without her. And I promised her a life less ordinary as we travel the country and we become a bit nomadic in this profession. But she's been my rock, and again, I'd be remiss without thanking her, my hero, my mom, and then all the high school coaches and junior high coaches that have helped mold me. So thank you very much.